Bricktown Silver. You've entered the BS zone. I should say you entered the no BS zone today. But welcome to my mind. Yeah, I was asked by a couple of stackers. They'd like to see my books. So I thought I'd bring you down to the Bricktown Library today. We've got lots of historical things here. Got some old displays here. You guys seen all this stuff before. We got the last 5 Liberty head nickels that were made 1808, 1809, 1910. Yeah, 19, not 18. 1911, 1912. My years just get away from me anymore. You know, we got some here that's vanishing nickels. I don't know if they're magic or what they are, but we've got a Liberty head, Buffalo head, wartime nickel, and Jefferson nickels. And these are all on display down at the Bricktown Library. And here's America's classic coins. We got Indian head, penny, Buffalo nickel, V nickel, or Liberty head nickel. And we've got historical information. Got the Standing Liberty quarter and all the documentation on that, and just all sorts of stuff down here at the library. And we've even got some historical documents. And I guess you've all seen that. And hey, while I'm thinking about that, you guys be sure and check into my last goal. Goes to August the 26th, I believe. Be sure and check that out. Pretty easy one. Got 3 people already qualified. And we got some books here. I'll open some of these up for you. And we got history on the Indians. We got, what we got here? First 1,000 words in Hebrew. So we even got language books. And like I say, we'll be getting into all this. I hope this video don't go too long, but I've got some special books over here too. Get in here in the old Bricktown. Hope you didn't see me there. Got some of these highly demanded. They're used all the time. These Foxfire books. I recommend you get a set of them in case the lights go out. And we got medical wild plants. Got movies, got Old Brother, Where Art Thou? Got cookbooks. We got movies. Hey, did you ever see this one? This is a classic. I love these. Ma and Pa Kettle, boy. I got volume 1. And let's see, Ma and Pa Kettle volume 2. What's that soap look real for a minute. Then we got some other self-help books. And I'm not sure what that one is. I can't read it. Think and Grow Rich by, who is that? Napoleon? Or I'm losing my focus here. I can't remember who wrote that. I'll open it up. I'm only one-handed here. So anyway, we'll change things around a bit, and we'll take a look at some of these books. Well, here's some of my books here. I'll turn the light on. It's kind of dark in here. Light on the camera, and see some of this stuff. There's some steel pennies and a couple of proofs. I'm not too much into modern pennies, but now they got into this book. I got some Barber nickels, probably. Barber nickels. Yeah, they're the V nickel. Several of them, and there's some other nickels. Some of them say proofs on them. I'm not too much on the nickels. Got this as a Dewey Decimal System here, you know. It's start out with D's, if you know what the D's stand for in the Dewey Decimal System. Stand for dime. And here at the Bricktown Library, we started dimes off at 1916. We're missing a lot of the early years. a better picture. We're missing a lot of the earlier years, but probably never will have them. This stuff's getting out of my price range. The library can't really afford to go out and spend high dollar stuff. So, like I say, I'm going to go through these pretty quick. You've all seen dimes and the years, and I got it by year through here. And this looks like barber dimes here. Got a few barbers in the back. Need to get a book of their own someday. And more barbers. Couple more barbers. Hey, there's a couple Seed of Liberties in there. I don't have a whole lot of them. So if you guys want to make donations, you send it to Bricktown Library in care of Bricktown Silver. What's this? There's my spring garden planting guide. No wonder my garden ain't growing right. And so there's Dewey Decimal System D. And then we got the Q. Got these quarters here. A few of them I'm missing. 1933s I'm missing. Do you guys have any 1933s? Check your books. They're very, very, very rare. If you know what I mean. Anyway, we'll go through these pretty quick too. Looks like I'm missing in this book. I may have it somewhere. 19. Oh, there's a 55. Must be 55D. 1955D. I'll have to start checking out for that one. It goes up to 64. Got some standing liberties in the back. Looks like I don't have a full set of none of this stuff. That's that one. There's a barber quarter. So there's the Q book. And we got an H book. And you know what that stands for? Yeah. Barber half, is you right? There's a couple barber halves. These are loose. And I'm going to make my own book of barbers probably. Done got off track there what I was doing. You know, I just always heard the first thing goes your memory, so I kind of forget to get back in here and work on these things. And of course, you know what the second thing is your eyesight. Can't see none of this stuff. And, well, maybe the first thing goes your hearing, because none of this stuff talking to me anymore. Don't hear that jingle. There's the Walking Liberties. You guys are all familiar with them. Everybody loves them. Everybody wants them. I'm missing a bunch of them too. Old Rick G, I think if you send him some Walking Liberties or Franklin's, and he'll put them in an album, and then he's going to give it away as a gall. I think that's who's doing it. Here's some, starts in 48. We'll go to Benjamin's. Now we got the key date down here, 1955. Goes all the way up to 1963, and then got a couple of Kennedys down here, you know, because what are you going to do with the silver Kennedys? Make an album with just two in it? So, I guess that was 64 and 64D. And since I got these in here, evidently that's the end. Oh. Okay. Then we got another book here. What are these? Oh, these are my American Silver Eagles. Starts in 1986. And you can't see that. It's kind of buried behind there. But anyway, 1986, and going up to the years on those. I thought 1994 was kind of a key date, so I marked that one. And 96 is a key date. I need a few more of them. I'll have my tubes filled up. There's let's see, where we at? 1998. And goes down to, I guess these all get covered up as they get stuck in there. We can look at the dates on the coin itself though. 2009. Y'all was way down to 2019. 2020, I got that somewhere. I just never got back to my book. You know how that goes. If you ever watched that movie with Ma and Paul Kettle, you know, he's always saying he'll get to that one of these days, and that's the way I feel. I just love the movies. Got Twin Towers here. Got the seasons on this one. Got summer, spring, summer, fall. I think this one's winter here. They're not in order, but they colorize those as on some of these as the seasons. And it looks like that's the end of that. And I don't know if you've ever seen my in living color video, but had a bunch of living color ones. There's a 2009 jumped out of there. I'll put it back in later. These videos are long enough the way they are. This one here, a red book. I have no idea what's in here. Oh, these are Indian head pennies. Probably the early, I don't have very many real early ones. This is 1907, 1903, 1896, 1892. There's some pennies anyway. Here's some Barber dimes. They're not in any particular order either. Haven't really worked on this. I just kind of threw them together and plan on working on them someday. There's some Susan B. Anthony's. And what we got down here says a shield nickel. That's probably a V nickel, isn't it? What's a shield nickel? It ain't got a V on it, does it? Oh, there's a shield nickel. 1867. I definitely need to go through some of these. I don't know if we show too many of those or not. Let me see if I can get that up there a little closer without knocking everything off. Now I'll have to dig that out one of these days and see what that really looks like. Then we got some pennies and stuff that's got errors in them. There's one that's been off stamped. There's one with a bite out of it. There's another one that's pretty far off. All these got something wrong with them. There's another one that's got far off, and there's another one that's way off there. Almost missed the whole coin. We could have called that a blank. Then we got some dimes. Yeah, I don't think anything special about any of these dimes. Like I said, this is a book I just throw together, and one of these days I'll go back in and check it out, see if there's anything in it worth messing with. And then we got another little book here. What is this one? Oh, this is a Ike book. Oh, now there's something up there. Those first two, I don't know what they are. I'll have to pull them out and check them out. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But these are mostly Ikes. Now, I don't know if there's any of the good ones in here or not. There might be one or two. There's some more Ikes. I've got more in the mind back there that hasn't made it to the book. I know that. There's a lot of stuff in these And mine back there that's not in the books yet. This kind of book or the other books or the, I don't remember what I showed you now. What was that other thing I showed you? This is just a bunch of weird stuff here. Oh, these are all quarters, modern quarters. So, nothing special there. I'll go through them one of these days and see what, if there's anything worth digging out. Got them. Yeah, let's see. And then, I don't know if you guys keep your stuff in any of these kind of boxes, not these ammo boxes. I like to use them. I've got quite a few of those, all sizes. Here's one that I put rounds and stuff in. They're very good for storing your stuff in. But I probably got a can for every denomination. I got Walkers in one, not Eisenhower's, but Franklin's in one. I got, like I said, probably an ammo can, half full of about everything else. Now these are some books I'm working on. I just had to go and delete a bunch of apps off my telephone. It wasn't going to let me record anymore. So I guess one of these days, if I ain't get this stuff all figured out, I'll be out of business. I got several of these books I'm working on. None of these are full. This is, what is this? One a year quarter collection. Supposed to start with 1917. These are mostly standing liberties. I don't have a whole lot of them. Not in this book here anyway. I've got several that I've got, but I just never get back to it, you know. I don't know if you remember watching Ma and Paul Kettle, though. And old Paul was always saying, I'll get to that one of these days. That's kind of like me. One of these days, this one is a 20th century typeset. Now, I've showed this one before. I still haven't got that buffalo in there, and it's just sitting in the other room. Probably ought to go get that finished up before I quit for today. And I still haven't put my year in for my birth date. Because I like to say, I don't know if they made coins back then. But I'll take a look. You got some Washington head. There's some I'm missing out of there. And some there, and here's one that fell out. I don't really like these books a whole lot. 1959 must be the D. Because a lot of times these things will fall out. And gotta treat them with care. And here's another Washington head. I've got several of those and I'm missing the same years in every one of them. And I haven't really got back to it. Another one. That one must be a 1950 that fell out. Some of these coins are worn down and they don't fit the books like they used to. I'm still missing a 1955 D. They must be pretty hard to get because I think I'm missing it in all my books. Here's another Washington I was working on. And it's falling apart just like me. You know what I said. First thing that goes is your eyes. Second thing goes your ears, hearing. The third thing to go, I guess, is your sense of humor. This one here got a long ways to go on it. Oh, these are standing liberties again. I don't have any on that page. I've got a few back here. I should put those two books together there and make it look like I made a little more progress. Well, you know what the third thing is? It's your sense of humor. And here's some Franklins. I've got these full. I've opened this one up for you all. And then the fourth thing that goes, almost ashamed to say that, but it's your wife. They all leave. Then after your wife leaves, your kids all leave. And what do you got left? You got the stacking community, and I'm sure glad you guys are part of my family, or I wouldn't have anybody to talk to. Goes up to 1953D. Anyway, I got several full books of those. Don't need to open them all up. I'm going to have to retape some of them. I tape them so I don't come open and I don't go through them again. Here's some Jefferson nickels. It's not full either. I'm not too crazy about nickels. I mean, I'm missing several of those right there. You can see those are missing. I got a bunch of nickels, but I haven't went through them. This one here is really empty. So a lot of work on that. And here's a book of Roosevelt dimes. I tore that one too so you could see it. And I think it used to, yeah, it's a full book too. From 1948. All the way up to well, that went past the silver dates, didn't it? I guess I just humored myself and filled that one on up. I usually just stop at the end of the silver. Well, that's what I got going here in my books. I probably missed a few of them that's laying around here somewhere. So I showed you them books. Showed you these books. Now, Mr. Peanut, their librarian, he says we can come back anytime. So if you guys ever decide that you want to see more, just let me know and we'll go get them again. Still ain't never done my #1 goal there. One of these days. So I think we better call it quits.